Hi guys, my name's Heather. I'm a hygienist here with GuruNanda, and today we're going to be talking about a sensitive subject. So it is about bad breath. Now, bad breath is something that no one wants to struggle with, but a good percentage of the population unfortunately does have bad breath, and it hinders on your self-confidence. It decreases your work productivity because you're not feeling great. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some ways to see, so you can test at home to see if you have bad breath. So the first thing that you can do is called the wrist test. So you can lick the inside of your wrist, let it dry for a few seconds, and then smell it. So that's one way to test to see how your breath is smelling. Now, another way you can test is you can floss a couple teeth and then smell the floss. That one will definitely make you floss more because a lot of the times that bacteria just sitting in between the teeth does not smell good. So floss a couple teeth, smell it, and you'll get a good idea of how your breath is smelling. Another way you can test for bad breath is to take a spoon, scrape your tongue a couple times, and then smell the spoon. Or you could do a tongue scraper too. That will work just as effectively as the spoon. Now there's other ways, like you can cup your hand, but I don't recommend that way. I don't think that's a good indicator of how your breath smells. So the floss test, the wrist test, and the spoon test are my methods of, telling my patients how they can test at home. So if you do floss or you do smell, your saliva on your wrist and you're like, oh my goodness, that smells, what am I gonna do? I would recommend using products that are clinically researched that have been proven to reduce bad breath. GuruNanda has a few products that have been researched and proved to reduce bad breath for up to 12 hours or up to 24 hours when used twice a day. So two of my favorite products are their oil pulling, the coconut and mint oil pulling. You're going to swish with that one for 2 to 10 minutes. That one's a pre-brush rinse, spit it into the trash. That one will help freshen breath. And then their breath harmonizer will also help freshen breath. So their breath harmonizer is a water-based mouthwash. That one has sodium chloride, known to help reduce the sulfur compounds that bacteria produce. That's a huge contributing factor to bad breath. So I absolutely love GuruNanda's breath harmonizer. So the breath harmonizer or oil pulling are two effective ways to help reduce bad breath. Now, if you are struggling with bad breath, make sure that you're minimizing some foods that might contribute to bad breath, like onions and garlic, and then increase foods such as cucumbers, drink a lot of water, eat apples, pears, carrots, things like that. Actually cleanse the mouth and will keep your breath smelling nice and fresh. And it also keeps your teeth nice and healthy too, because it is cleaning your teeth. So those are some tips for bad breath and how to test to see if you have bad breath at home. Now, if all else fails, you can get a bacterial test. So you send in a saliva sample and then you'll get what the bacteria is in your mouth. And then that's another way to see if you have bad breath. But I like the simple ways because you can, do it today. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below and I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.